after
Happy
that,
Hump
it's
Day,
the
everybody.
battle.
It's your girl
Anita Baker
in my
versus
favorite spot on
Sade.
Wednesdays.
You gotta share this video. Come on in, share the video
88.7 Gary's
so we can
only
get these
FM radio
votes going.
station.
We gonna get
We're
it
live in the
popping
studio with my
right
friend,
now.
my colleague, my
Right?
client.
It's gonna be something.
You know her, you love her, Caren Jones. She is the executive director of the YWCA of Northwest Indiana. We have some amazing updates, so I'm going to flip the camera on to her, and I'm going to just let you hear what she has to say. Hey, Miss Caren.
Well, hello there. How is everybody doing this evening, afternoon?
Wow, but you had a radio voice going on. You heard that, Big Papa?
Yeah.
There's Carl over there,
What up?
and Big Papa right here.
Hey.
We got Lori in the corner. I'm not going. I'm going to stay plugged up in the wall.
Am I going to need my headphones? Am I going to need the headphones?
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
There she is. Yes. So we're going to keep the focus on Caren, and I want you all to hear. Right, Mary D.
Yeah.
TV
A
legend.
little bit too.
Caren, don't forget to kind of angle this way.
It's the 4 o'clock hour mix from DJ Big Papa, the man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That was
It's
the
in
East
my belly.
West mix.
Oh yeah, a little bit from both coasts.
Yeah. All right. That's what's
It's a ride too.
That's what's up. All right, listen, we got a great show for you today. You don't want to be anywhere else. Matter of fact, you want to call somebody. You want to get somebody on board with you, whether you're looking live on Facebook. What up, everybody on Facebook? Or you're listening via WGVE 88.7 FM. Oh. And so,
Is she really?
she's just pandering to the crowd right now.
Really? Is she trying to trump the show?
So it's going down today. It's the battle. Anita Baker versus Sade. It's going to be epic today. And then we'll announce at the end of today's show not only the winner, but the next battle. But right now, in the building, we have someone who is new to the block party. It's her first time. So it's she's a newbie. So we're going to have great fun.
Yes.
And she's got a voice out of this world.
She does.
Like, wow. And so I would like to take the honor of introducing Miss Caren Jones from the YWCA.
Yay.
How are you, Miss Jones?
Well, I am just absolutely wonderful this afternoon.
Wow,
Thank
y'all hear it? You got to be more careful.
Sound like Mary D.
Man, she is the executive director of the YWCA, and it's located right here in the heart of Gary, 15th Avenue, right next to the post office. You all know where it is, right off of Broadway, and in close proximity to the Church's Chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, see, everything is related to food.
I
so
see that.
the boss is here, so we gotta make sure we're on our P's and Q's and on our best behavior. True. The boss is in the building. All right, so Miss Jones, first, thank you for coming. Welcome to the Back in the Day Block Party.
Well, thank you for having me here, and I am delighted to be here and to be able to talk to all of your constituents in the city of Gary about the YWCA of Northwest Indiana, which is located in Gary, Indiana. So thank you for having me
You
here.
are more than welcome. We're so happy to have you. Now, why? Because of the pandemic, because of the world crisis that's going on, and the world just shut down, the Y has been closed, but actually reopened about 2 months ago.
Yes, we did.
Tell me what that experience has been like.
Well, it has been a heck of an experience because we reopened June 15th. We remained open the whole time during March because we are a child care service, and we stayed open the whole time for essential services for people who needed child care for the children.
Awesome.
So we were there the whole time for them. So we were happy to be there. We had no incidents of anything, so we were very fortunate in that respect. So on June 15th, we reopened for our regular services, which was water, swim, and for health and fitness. Okay, we weren't to open back up for our senior services, but of course the governor said no, we could not do any more congregate meals, no more people could gather. So that hasn't reopened yet. So we were just doing our phase 1. We haven't went into our phase 2 yet because governor says that we cannot do that, he's gonna re-look at it again for August, 31st or whatever.
Right.
So right now we are doing swim, lap swimming. So if
Okay.
you can swim, you can, make an appointment. We've got it scheduled in. You can come in and swim. You can still come in. We have a fitness center.
Yes.
You can still come in and do fitness and things like that. We still have child care services opened. We are still doing e-learning for all of our children. And this past summer, we did summer camp, summer day camp for all of our children in the area. So that was
Oh, wow.
successful also. So we're taking it slow, we're taking it steady, we're following all the CDC guidelines for everybody to, wear your mask, hand sanitation, social distancing, and if everybody follow all the guidelines that they're supposed to, you can be pretty successful at
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is important that we talk about the youth program, because before we get to that though, the pool is open.
Yes, it is. Yes, and we have the only indoor pool in Gary.
And that is where I need to be.
I was about to say the same thing.
Papa?
I need to splash in somebody's water.
Yeah, we need to go to the Y, man. We need
Yes,
to
you
go.
do. You're invited.
And we need to, because I've seen the fitness room and it's cool, it's dope.
Mhm.
But that pool
Yes.
gives me life.
It's calling your name.
It is.
Just go. Just go. Just go. Yes, it's calling your name. And you can go because we have a warm water pool.
Mhm.
And it's also for, aches and pains
Yeah.
and things like
Okay.
that, as we graciously grow younger, older.
Seasoning.
Yeah.
Life seasoning.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, we get our little seasoning going on. That, your muscles,
Mhm.
and sometimes I tell people, if you only do one thing, and that is just stand in the pool,
Mhm.
your body is lighter in the pool.
Yeah.
So if your knees hurt, when you raise your knees in the pool, you don't feel it.
Right.
It
Beautiful
doesn't hurt.
thing.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot of exercising in the pool that you
Absolutely.
normally cannot do.
Right. And don't you all have water aerobics?
Well, right now we're not doing water aerobics because of social distance.
Right, but that is a program.
That's part of the program that we do have.
Right.
And when things were normal, we
Mhm.
did have water aerobics, 3 times a day, and that was one of our biggest classes that we had. People
Yeah.
love water
Absolutely.
aerobics
Absolutely.
because they know that you get in that water, you feel like you're 21 again.
Mhm.
Then when you get out, you remember that you're all
Right.
39.
Right. Right.
True.
But it is remarkable how people have overcome a lot of their arthritic
Mhm.
illnesses
Mhm.
because of being in a pool. And some of our doctors have recommended that their patients come and get in the warm water pool because it is therapeutic for them.
Mhm.
So it is highly recommended that you do come.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the programs for the youth. You have e-learning going.
Yes, we do. And I want to talk about the e-learning, and I just want to thank all of our schools in the city of Gary, and especially the Gary Community School Corporation. I want to thank Chelsea and Dr. Paige McNulty
Mhm.
for all of their services that they're giving to our students. And I really, really, really want to thank them
Mhm.
for making sure that the kids in the Gary schools have Chromebooks with
Yeah.
hotspots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is like manna from heaven.
Yeah.
Now I know there are other school organizations that have given these children Chromebooks
Mhm.
without hotspots.
Right.
If children don't have access
To the internet.
to Wi-Fi,
Right.
That's the point.
we're wasting our time.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now, at the YWCA, we do have Wi-Fi
Mhm.
and we have hotspots.
Great.
But that was so important
Mhm.
that they have those. The other thing that children need, headphones.
True.
They need headphones to go with these Chromebooks.
Right.
Because if you got more than one kid and you all trying to listen at the same time,
Yes.
you know I'm not hearing nothing. Don't you?
Right.
That's not
That's true.
happening. Right.
That's true.
So I think as we go along, this is new for everybody. So we're learning so many things
Mhm.
about how children are learning with e-learning, and I'm sure the schools and the teachers and everybody, they're learning, and the children are coming in at 7:30, and some kids are used to doing things like they're at home and they just spread everything all out and everything. And it is exciting to see how children are learning a new way of learning, and especially with those children that are like in first, second grade. This is new to them because most of them are usually on their Chromebooks or whatever, iPads, watching YouTube.
Right.
Let's just tell the truth about it.
Exactly.
And to sit there and to watch the teacher, and most of them want to do the chat. They just be hitting things.
Right.
And so I'm telling parents that if you can allow your children to come to the Y, for someone to be able to tutor with them, because you can sit and watch the teacher all day. It's sort of like, I compare it to when you read a book and you get down to the bottom of the page and you don't know nothing that you read.
Right.
Oh, but you read it.
Right.
But you don't know what you read.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's what that's like for the children.
Right.
So you need somebody to go back and help them with that. And that's what we are there for, to keep them with their attention span, on what the teacher is saying. Because it's easy to daydream, and we all know that.
True.
And so we're talking to children now.
Right.
So if it's easy for us to do it, can you imagine what a child must be going through? And this child is sitting there for hours.
That's true.
And then, of course, they go to the restroom, they come back, they have lunch, and then they come back again. Okay, so we're all learning.
Right.
So we're all learning. So these are the things that I noticed that children, and some of them really, they just want to go to sleep.
That's true.
Now, only thing I can say is that I hope they're going to bed on time to be able to get their sleep. But I would advise everyone to be sure that we have equipment for our children, and that is with that Chromebook, get some headphones, and get everything else that they need to go with those headphones, and to make sure that the Chromebook is powered up, because we don't want the Chromebook dying out on the kids in the middle of the day either. And so, I'm just hoping that parents will, if you cannot bring the child every day, at least there are 2 days out of the week where the child is not e-learning with the teacher. And so bring them to the Y so that we can go over what they've learned those other 3 days. And that may be a way for them to catch up if they happen to have been daydreaming during some of those other times. Because this is critical.
Absolutely.
Education is so critical. And I read somewhere that if our children during this pandemic don't get the learning that they need, they are going to be almost 9 months behind in their education. We cannot afford that.
That's absolutely true. Let me ask this question, because I want to switch gears, because there's something in my, can I make this word? Well, it's not made up, but magnanimous getting ready to happen. And that is, somebody's getting ready to celebrate 100 years.
Wow. I am too excited. I need to strap myself in this seat
Strap
and hold
up,
down.
strap in, come on.
I am super duper excited that the YWCA, born in 1920, this is 2020.
Yeah.
All right. You do a little math there.
Right.
Oh, come on through.
We are 100 years old in October of this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm telling everybody, you do not get to be 100 years old by osmosis.
That's
True.
right. That is right.
We are standing on the shoulders of some awesome women who went before us, who decided that they were going to stand tall and just continue to do the work that the YWCA does, and to keep this organization going. Because a lot of organizations have fell by the wayside. And being that we are a nonprofit organization, we receive no taxpayer dollars to keep this organization going.
Wow.
This organization is funded by non-taxpayer dollars, by donors. So if you want to donate, please do so. And by grants and different things like that. So that is so important. and we're still here. We're still standing.
Awesome.
And I am just so very, very proud of everybody who went before us. 1920. Can you imagine? They had just got through with another pandemic.
Right.
Had just finished with another pandemic.
Yep.
Had just finished with another World
War.
War I.
Yep.
Right.
You know, had just finished with a U.S. Steel strike.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can just go on and on and on. And the idea that it's 2020 and we're still here, praises be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And a lot of great things are birthed from tragedies and from circumstances that are not so favorable. So after this, there's going to be a lot of great things happening.
Oh yeah.
And we're excited. So is there anything special that's going to happen for the 100th, for the centennial celebration?
Oh, absolutely. Well, of course, you know, we were planning before we had the pandemic. You know, we were planning to have a large gala.
Right.
You know, big fundraiser, large gala. But of course, when March came, it was like, hold up.
Yep.
And so when they say hold up, we gotta hold up.
True.
And so now we have our planning committee together, and we are going to do a virtual gala.
Okay.
Nice.
And so thanks to wonderful people like Miss Chelsea and all these other great women who are on our planning committee, we're planning for a virtual gala in October of this year.
Nice.
So, you know, save the date. And it is going to be a fundraiser. Our goal is to raise $100,000, which, you know, I know that we can do. And we want people all over America. One thing that I have found that I am gonna, you know, we're gonna make lemonade out of these lemons, is that instead of everything being so local and so regional, being virtual makes you global.
Right. Absolutely.
And so it makes you national, it makes you global. In that being said, that means that you can reach out to many places you never thought you could go.
Sure.
And so that means that we can get donations from anywhere in the world. And that means that you can ask any of your friends and family anywhere to send us money to the YWCA of Northwest Indiana in Gary. And so we're looking forward to it. For anybody who's ever lived in Gary, who has family here, if you still want to, you know, be connected to our area, because there are still some wonderful, wonderful people in Gary.
Absolutely.
Always was, always will be, because I consider myself one of them, because I'm still here.
Yeah.
And, you know, like any place else, there's always something that may not be so good, but I'm willing to say that 99.9% of all the people in Gary are good people. Now, that other 1%, you need to pack their bags and get the hell on out.
Absolutely.
Because the rest of us want things to be good and right.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's just the way I feel about it. So, you know.
There you go.
They can pack their bags and leave.
All right, there you go. It's Miss Caren Jones from the YWCA of Northwest Indiana giving us some really great information.
Yes.
We want to thank you so much for coming to the Back in the Day block party, and you are more than welcome anytime for any reason whatsoever. The door is always open.
I just want to say one more thing. I just want to say if you would like to donate to the YWCA, our phone number is 219-881-9922, or you can email me and I can send you information. My email address is caren@ywcanwi.org. So I look forward to many of you contacting me and being able to donate to the YWCA of Northwest Indiana. Thank you so much for having me.
You are more than welcome. It's the Back in the Day block party, 88.7 FM, WGVE. The boss is in the building, so I get a little nervous when the boss is in the building, because I be wanting to do stuff and say stuff, and I'll get a look, and I don't want to get a look. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to go to music, because there's a song that's been ringing in my spirit.
Okay.